Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and welcome to the EPL Index Transfer Daily. It is Monday, the 12th of August. There's not that long in the transfer window left, but stuff is heating up or falling off, which is where we start, to be honest, ladies and gents, at Chelsea, because David Ornstein tweeted just before midnight last night that your move for Chelsea fans for Samu Omorodion, the Atletico Madrid forward, is off. All agreed between the clubs, no problem with that at all. It's the contract terms with the 20-year-old striker, so that has collapsed. Suggestions are it does not directly affect Conor Gallagher going to Atletico Madrid. However, there's quite a few reports. Fabrizio Romano is saying that Chelsea and Atletico are now discussing João Felix as a possible option there. So we will have to keep an eye on everything going on with Chelsea. Neto was confirmed yesterday as well, wasn't he? Absolutely crazy. Staying in the capital as well, Fulham turned down a bid from... Fulham had a bid turned down by Crystal Palace for Joachim Anderson. Getting the player the wrong way around there, aren't I? So yeah, the Crystal Palace defender, a £20 million bid, which is interesting because Fulham have clearly been in for Diego Carlos of Aston Villa over the last week. So you wonder is it options? Is it to force them into a move? You also think with Palace, they might just be a bit reluctant to sell for obvious reasons. There's a bit of cynicism, isn't there? Mark Gay is in talks with Newcastle, as we know. Would Palace be prepared to lose both senior centre-halves? That seems pretty difficult to see. So we'll see if anything is picked up around this one. Julian Alvarez left Manchester and he's now in Madrid. As we know, that's expected to be completed in the next day or so. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is all agreed. So he's on his way to London, may already be there. A transfer from West Ham to United around £15 million, which is really good for United because his 5-year contract's already amortised his £50 million fee. So that is straight profit they are booking on there at the same time. So yeah, 26-year-old right back will have a medical, it's expected today, and that'll be confirmed, which will allow the completion of two players that are on their way to Manchester, Bayern Munich's Matthias de Ligt and Mazraoui, the right back as well. So United will get the players they want and ship one out at the same time. And speaking of right backs, Julian Araujo, I think it's pronounced, from Barcelona to Bournemouth. Yeah, still got coats, I suppose, haven't they? Lovely area of the world, isn't it? Sandbanks, etc. So yeah, a £10 million move beckons there. So quite a lot going on. Liverpool fans, you're still awaiting news about Martin Zubimendi. You'll be hopeful something comes out about him this week at the same time. You turned down a bid from Red Bull Salzburg for Bobby Clark for £8.2 million, apparently. So we'll see if that happens. And there's a lot of talk about players departing at the same time. Arsenal fans, an interesting one for you. According to Football Insider, you're plotting a move for Kingsley Coman, the Bayern Munich and France winger. Always wins a trophy normally, apart from last season, doesn't he? And that Bayern are prepared to let the 28-year-old leave on loan even. Barcelona also interested at the same time. Crazy. Ivan Toney, I mean, we've linked him with Spurs, Arsenal, according to all the reports. Saudi Arabia are apparently keen on a move for him. Al Ali, a year left to go. You would fancy that Brentford would rather get some cash than lose him on a free. That way we will have to see. Speaking of Chelsea as well, unwanted players, we know Trevor Chalobah, Armando Broja are banned from the common facilities, and Stuttgart are trying to get Broja on loan, according to Sky Sports Germany. So we'll see what happens there. Tammy Abraham, we've mentioned a few times as well, 26 years old, the England striker. Bournemouth, Everton and Leicester apparently interested in a loan move for him or a permanent transfer, according to Calcio Mercato. However, Leicester also in talks where I think Ioannidis is pronounced, the Greek striker, and Wilfried Zaha, so they're finally making moves at the end of the window. Nico Williams, a strange one this, a bid for Atalanta came out the blue, but Forest rejected it for £17 million. It's about €20 million, so just over 17. million if you get them at Tesco, isn't it? So an interesting one there. There's so much brewing at the same time. Even abroad, I'm looking. Max Bayer is now or set to be a Dortmund player. We talked about Edison yesterday. He's doubled down again, saying he's staying. And probably an interesting one to finish on for Liverpool fans as well. I know I've mentioned a few players there. The captain, Virgil van Dijk. He was asked about his contract. We know he's into a year there left. Did say there's been no change in the situation when asked about it. And at the same time, did comment afterwards where, he was asked about everything to say, do you think because of the long season, I do think we should bring in players. So we'll see if there's any more developments around those comments any time today. But yeah, we are expecting things to happen. It is very busy, ladies and gents. So on Monday, the 12th of August, that was your EPL Index Transfer Daily.